Hey, what's up, guys? This is World Series G, and I'm back with MLB The Show content for you. Today, we're going to go through Stage 1 Showdown. So, we're just going to break it down, what to look for, what to expect for you new guys, or for you guys that just need help on getting through Showdown, or just to understand why Showdown's important and why it's kind of a necessary grind for this year. So, be sure to follow the Instagram. Everybody loves the show. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, World Series G. Also follow me on Twitch, World Series G. It'll be greatly appreciated. But without that, let's go straight into it. So let's go. We're going to talk about Showdown. So why is Showdown important in the first place? It's for your team affinity programs. As you can see, I've already finished the AL West Season 1 Team Affinity. I guess it's not even called Stage 1 at this point. It's called Season 1. But when you go down to your Team Affinities, so let's break it down. So you go to Team Affinities and you pick one for each division. So they go by divisions, not specifically teams this year. So I finished the AL West because I wanted Joey Gallo. That's the only reason why I went to AL West first. I have no allegiance to any teams in the AL West. But we can go through the program and you get rewards as you get team affinity points. And once you get to 60, you get your first pack. And in this pack, you get one card from each AL West team, so on and so forth. Just like any other program in the game works. As you stack points or stars or whatever, XP, for the programs, you get rewards, and at 150 you get the fifth one. So you get to 150, you get them all done, and you get all of those cards. And that's what I did with the AL West. So probably the fastest way, or just the best way a lot of people like to do, is just play Showdown. For each Showdown voucher, you get 3 points, but when you finish a Showdown, you get 5 of these vouchers. So that's pretty much it. So you complete a Showdown, you get 15 points. You do 10 Showdowns, you finish it. Obviously, you don't have to do that. There's other missions you can complete along the way. I didn't even know I hit the 3 home runs with Gallo. Moments, that'll help you along the way if you don't want to do all that. You finish collections. That gives you points. Points depending on the team. I did the Mariners, which is super easy, so that got me 3 points. If I were to do the Angels, I'd have 7, obviously, because that's Mike Trout. But that's why we do Showdown, to finish Team Affinity. So let's get into Showdown. That's in your single player mode Showdown. It's one Showdown. Team Affinity Season 1. So you just kind of do this over and over and over again. Let's move this so you can at least see it. I do a bad job of doing that sometimes. So we're actually just going to run through it because I'm going to have to do some team affinities anyway. So we get into the draft, and I value power. I want guys with power, hits higher exit velo, more likely the ball's going to fall. So that's going to be the type of guys I draft. So we start the draft here. And a few options. Stanton would be the choice, but I personally like Dom Smith's swing. I don't like Stanton because he's a little too tall for me. Sometimes you miss that pitch up in the zone. So I'm going to take Stanton here. Next, this is a good round. Franmil Reyes is a really good card, but I'm going to take Joey Gallo here. Also, one thing before I make this pick, got to be mindful of the handedness of the pitcher. So there's only 7 total pitchers in this Showdown. It's the only teams that have 42 series pitchers. So there's 30, each team has a 42 series card, and only 7 teams have pitchers. So those 7 teams have it. 5 out of the 7 are right-handed. So you're most likely going to get a right-handed pitcher. So be mindful of that in your draft to maybe load your team with left-handers. We can go through the list. The list is, I have it here. We got Nationals, Rockies, Cardinals, A's, Reds, Marlins, and Twins. So you're going to have to face, the only lefties are the Nationals with Patrick Corbin and the A's with Jose Luzardo. Other than that, you have the Rockies with Herman Marquez, Flaherty for the Cardinals, Luis Castillo for the Reds, Marlins is Sixto Sanchez, and Twins is Jose Barrios. So 5 out of 7 chance you're going to get a right-hander. So if that's the case, you might want to stack your team with lefties, or at least guys that are good against right-handers. So I'm going to pretend in this situation that we're going to get a righty. Here, pitchers, this is depending on how many of the blue rounds you want to do, or if you want to switch to if you want to actually switch and go straight to the end of the showdown and just play off the first one. But you still got to take a starting pitcher here. This round, always take a hitter. I don't really like this round. I'm just going to go with, I don't even know if I should go with Ramos. I'm going to go with Ramos just in case we get a lefty. If we get a lefty, he's definitely going to be able to play. Another thing to let you guys know is I never care about positions, because when you do the showdown, you're only hitting, so you never have to worry about defense. In the mini showdowns, well, not the mini showdowns, the mini rounds, you do have to play defense, but they'll fill your guys in for you. So it's not that necessary. All you really worry about is the showdowns, because if you lose a showdown, you lose the game. You don't get to go back. You lose the blue rounds, you can keep going. So I want to have my team stacked for the showdown. I can put, like, I'll take Rafael Devers here. I'll have 6 outfielders, because during the showdown, I can put them at catcher. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to take Devers here. We're still going to hope there's a righty, which means we're definitely getting a lefty, and I'm going to be screwed this thing. Here, take another reliever. Doesn't matter. I'll take Chris Martin. Again, we're just going to try to take the best, probably overall card, best swing, whatever card you like the most here. None of these really stand out. I'm just going to take Vladdy Jr., some lefty insurance. Same thing here. We just want to take cards with power. This Brian Goodwin card looks good. Again, same thing. Sogard, Narvaez. Like, I have a catcher already, but again, like I said, if Narvaez is the guy I want to take, I'm going to take him, because I'll just stick him at second base when there's a showdown. This card's playing up today, so maybe that's even more helpful. So we can go in Narvaez. Who cares? Now, this is the second important part of the showdown. Your perks. So these give you a little boost to help you throughout the showdown rounds, and they get better as you go. Some become diamonds and silvers. In the first round, you get 1 gold and 2 silvers. There's certain ones you should look for. Like, anything that's pitcher related, you should cut off. So conductor, we don't want. First strike makes weaker contact. No, we don't want that either. So here we're definitely looking for hitting ones. In this case, ice in veins, contact boost with 2 strikes, green light, exit velocity while ahead of the count. I personally think you should go after ones that are exit velocity related, because high exit velos equals harder hit balls. More likely they're gonna hit the ground. In this situation, I'm just gonna take contact boost and 2 strike counts, just so you don't strike out. You have a better chance of putting the ball in play. But again here, pitching accuracy we don't care about. Vision, not really. Slight boost on pitches outside of the strike zone. If you're someone who chases, you might want to look at that. Spark plug, contact boost in 7th inning or later. I would take that because, again in showdowns are in the 9th inning, so you'll get that contact boost during your showdown. You take that there. And then again, no pitching. We don't care. Increase pitching accuracy while losing. We don't care about that. Increase pitching accuracy. Don't care about that. Vision boost. Slightly exit velo boost versus 0 with 0 outs. So honestly, none of these are good. It's really just your preference. Here, I'm just going to take a slight exit boost with 0 outs, but that's not really going to help me too much. There are specific ones to look out for. You didn't really run into them too much. You want to look for hero time, rally time, clear for takeoff, green light, down but not out, and lead off magic. I think we did the lead off magic one. But like, those are the main ones you're going to look for. Hero time gives you a boost during showdown bosses is a lot of it. They change according to what they are. So silvers might be like after the 7th inning. Diamonds like when you're losing. So anything you see that says exit velocity or contact boost while losing, you want to go for that immediately because we're gonna be losing during showdown. Majority, if you're not losing during showdown, you're about to win because you're gonna be tied and you need 1 run. So you're always gonna want to pick something that increases your ability to hit while losing because you're always in a deficit in showdown. So hero time does that. Rally time's the same concept. It's gonna increase your exit velo while losing. Clear for takeoff is good on diamonds, I believe, because it gives you exit velo boost on normal swings, which should be the only swings you take. You should only be taking normal swings. There's no reason for power swings when you're doing showdown. Green light helps you when you're ahead of the count, gives you an exit velo boost. Down but not out helps you in 2-strike counts. And leadoff magic with no one on base. We already saw that one. Obviously, just keep that in mind. Make sure you read the descriptions like I did when we broke it down. Make sure you're not picking anything pitching related, and look for exit velo boost that will put you in showdown situations. So here's your showdown map. 2 bosses. So these blue ones here, you get 2 runs and you get a gold live series player to add to your team and a gold perk. So if you beat this, in this case, you got to get 4 total bases without giving up a home run in 2 innings. You beat that, you hit 2 doubles, you get the 2 showdown runs, you get your gold live series and your gold perk, and then you add that onto your team. So on and so forth. Then you get to a showdown boss, which one's pretty easy. You're down by 2 runs with the run on second and 10 outs. You got to score 3 runs. The showdowns, if you lose it, you're out. So if you're not confident that you'll beat it, then skip it and go straight to the last one. If you feel like it, or you just don't feel like playing that much. Either way, it doesn't really matter. You beat that, and then again, you get 2 more showdowns until you get to the final showdown. However many runs you've gotten will add up. So if you get all 6 of these done, 6 times 2 is 12. You'll go into there with 15 outs, down by 12. If you only did 1, you'll be 2 to 12. If you did the first one and said, my team's good enough, I'm skipping, down 2 to 12 with 15 outs to go. Here, you got to manage your perks. So let's make sure you put your perks in. And then you just manage your squad. So I'm going to pretend that I'm going to go for this the first time around. I'm not even going to worry about doing any of the mini bosses. I'm just going to go straight to the end. How would I put together my lineup? So I know I'm facing a righty because it's Jack Flaherty. It's not really a good spot to put my face. I guess it's probably the best spot. Like I discussed, Flaherty on the Cardinals, so I'm getting a right-hander. So I want to load my team with lefties or as many good cards against right-handers as possible. So Dom Smith, Gallo, very good. Brian Goodwin, solid lefty. Narvaez is good against righties. He's better against righties. Devers is good. And now I just got to try to fill out the rest of the team. So I'm going to try to find guys that I personally like or just are good against right-handers. Sometimes check your bench because sometimes your bench has good guys. Here, no one great. Sometimes you get a Chris Davis. If you get like a Chris Davis or both Chris Davises actually, Chris with a K and Chris with a C, those are good ones that sometimes pop up. Here, there's nothing great. So I might just go with a guy like Vladdy over Josh Harrison. Dang, this is super slow today. And like I said, out of position doesn't matter because we're only hitting. For example, like say I could put Narvaez at second base. It doesn't matter because we're just hitting. And I mean, Dylan Carlson. So maybe I like Dylan Carlson more than I like Gavin Lux. I can just take Dylan Carlson as shortstop because it doesn't matter. Also, if you're putting together a team, you want to be mindful that you probably want one guy on the bench because you don't want your pitcher to hit. So maybe Gavin Lux is the guy that comes off the bench to hit in place of the pitcher. So that would be my lineup. And that's basically it. That's the breakdown. That's my strategy to go through Showdown. I like power. I like guys that have power, hit home runs, hit doubles, extra base hits. The game kind of plays for power. It's always been a game of power. So you want guys that hit for power. Pitching, not that big of a deal because Showdown's all hitting. Be mindful of the handedness of your pitcher. So most likely you're going to get a righty. So be mindful of that in your initial draft. If you do the other rounds, obviously, now that you know it's a righty, you're going to always want to stack your team with guys that are good against righties. So if I played a few more rounds, I'm going to only be looking for guys that are going to face righties because that's what I'm going to see at the end. So that's something you should also be mindful of. But other than that, that's pretty much your breakdown of Showdown. It's a long grind to get all of those. Take your time. Don't overgrind, I guess, unless you're up for it. But that's basically it. If you like the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Comment with any strategies you may have or anything else you want to just say. Just say hi. That's fine too. But other than that, this is World Series G, and I'm signing out. Peace.